Hello and welcome to the Python programming classes again. In today's video, we are going to have a discussion over Python for loops. Now, for loops are generally used for iterating over a sequence in Python. We can iterate over either list, tuple, set, dictionary, or even on the strings as well. Now, generally, whenever we want to iterate over the sequence, we start from the initial index of the sequence and go up to the end of the object like list and tuple or dictionary or set, whatever it is. So we'll be seeing the example. Let's start with the example of list. So let's create one list L, and with a square bracket we initialize the list, and let's say the element in the list are, I'm taking all the integer objects over here. Now let's start our for loop. For, we'll using keyword for and x in, and now we have to give that in which object, which sequence we want to iterate. So I'll pass here the name list L. Okay, remember the colon, so that we are now starting the block of for loop. Okay, indentation will be here. If you miss this indentation, the for loop will not work properly. Now if suppose I want to print what are the items which are iterated in the list. See, these are the items of the list which came as a result of printout of the for loops. Now we can simply use the loop to the other iterative objects. So like list, you can try by yourself set, tuple, dictionaries, and let's say with the string what we can do, let's say for x in, and we can directly pass here the string. Let's say I write Soumya. Okay, and remember the colon so that you can define the block of for loop. And inside this I just want to print each character of the string. Okay, so let's see. So you can see the each because string is made up of character and it is iterable over the character. Each character can be fetched from the string. Now coming back to the next topic, which is break statement. Suppose we have started a for loop over the iterable sequence like a list, and if I want to stop when I found out certain condition in the list, so then for that purpose we have a break statement. So let's see, let's take an example of let's make a list of names. Okay, inside that let's say Soumya, let's put another name. Let's put another name. Ashish. Let's say Aman. Okay, these are my names. This is the list which is having a names, and now for x in, I'm passing my name of the list. What I want to do, I want to print the value of names, print x. Now I wish for checking the condition for x equal to, I just want to compare it if x is Poonam. Then what to do? Put a colon, and now we are in the block of let's say make it if. Yeah, we are going to compare the condition. So that will be what I want to do. I want to break it here. Okay, so my agenda over here is I just wish to print till in the list from Soumya, Sarah and Poonam. Once I encounter the condition Poonam, I do not wish to further iterate the objects of the list like Ashish and Amma. I don't want to print it. Right? Soumya, Sarah and Poonam we got. Now remember, this position of print statement declares that which, if we got the condition, whether we'll be breaking after printing this Poonam or before it. Now suppose if you wish that in any example, as soon as Poonam is encountered, it should not print it. then the sequence of code will be like, let's copy it from the above. Okay, now I just wish to let's say remove this print statement from here, and let's now remember the indentation part. This print statement is under for loop, not inside the if. So as you can see above, in the above example, as you can see that the earlier we have written the same code, only the print statement was above the if condition, and we got the output Soumya, Sara and Poonam. Now I'm going to execute this program, and we'll be having only two names, Soumya and Sara. The difference is only the position of print statement. In the previous one we were printing before comparing the item in the iterable list and breaking the loop, right? In the other one, we are, as soon as we got the condition, we break the loop, we do not print it. Now it depends on what type of application, what you are expecting as an output, you have to choose wisely. Now think of the certain situations whenever you have started a iterable sequence, and you just wish to find out one condition, and suppose I want to skip a name. Now like I want to skip a name to be printed, like in the same example, if Soumya, Sara, Ashish, Aman I want to print, but I want to skip Poonam. For that purpose we have a continue statement which will stop the current iteration in the loop but continue with the next. So what we can do in this case, that let's say we already have names, so let's first print the names which we have declared above for the purpose of ease, right? So we still have the same thing. Now for x in names, because we were testing that this list is existing over there, and inside the for loop if I want to check if x is equal to and Poonam, that's what I was expecting. Now after if, you need to make a colon so that the block of if will start, and what I want to do, I want to continue after this condition, and remember that the print statement will be inside the for loop, not inside the if. Okay, so what I'm expecting is an output. Now my list is Soumya, Sara, Poonam, Ashish, Aman. What I tried to skip the name Poonam, and what we have done, we have used to check a certain condition and continue after that current iteration, right? So it is according to the application where you want to use. You can use simple while loop, you can use a break statement, you can use continuous statements as well. Now suppose if you want to iterate the objects on some range, like if I say starting from 1 to 10 you print out something. So for that purpose we have a range function. So how does it work? Let's see the example. For x in range, and inside the range we write certain numerical value. Now this numerical value 6 is representing the higher value of the range, but the default value will start from 0. Now when we say range of 6, that means up till 5 it will be working for n-1. So let's check it out with printing what this particular range has given us. Okay, starting from the 0 we got output till 5. Now for the range, in this example we have taken the highest value of the range, that the lower value will by default start from 0. Suppose if you want to generate the number from 2 to 8, then what will happen? For this we will be writing for x in range, and we will be defining that starting is 2 and we will be going to let's say till 8 we want to print, so we have to give n+1 value to 9. Okay, and let's say print the value of x over here. So we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which was expected. Now in these both of the example, as you can see, in the first one we have started the default value from 0, and in the second one we have started the index from 2 and went to 9. But you can see the increment is 1 by default. So what we can do, we can also specify the increment in the range. For example, we will be writing for x in range, and if suppose I want to start with the index of 2 and I want to print till 9, so we'll be taking the index 10, and the increment I want to specify 2. Okay, so we can do that, and let's say put a colon to start the block of, and then print the value of x. So what I'm expecting is 2, 4, 6, 8, which is the output. You can definitely use else with for, just like we have used in our previous video of while. You can use nested for loops inside the boundary. Only you have to mind the indentation part, that which outcome you want to have. And we can have the pass statement as well, as we have already done file, that if you do not wish to do something, let's take the example of pass statement. Now suppose for x in range 2 to, let's say, 6, again I'm taking, and I do not wish to do anything out of it. Now if I won't write anything in this loop, it will give me error, because it is expecting something in out of this loop, that something should happen. So to avoid this type of problems, we have a pass statement. You need to just write a pass, and you are not doing anything, but the code will not get error, and you'll switch to another block of code if it's written in the program. So that's all in the video of for loop. So we have seen that for loop is applicable to iterable objects like list, tuple, set, dictionary, and also even on the strings we have checked out, and break statement, continuous statement we have checked out, and the range function we have utilized. Thank you for watching.